Welcome to episode 60 of the Odds Brothers, coming to you on a Thursday, special Thursday edition, March 23rd, 2023. And we're going to act like all the crap from the first weekend of the NCAA men's basketball tournament just didn't happen. But what's about to happen is Moneyline Mark and myself, we're going to pick the Sweet 16 because Lord knows it can't get any worse. Kevo, roll that beautiful beam footage.
Welcome to the Odds Brothers Podcast. Follow the Odds Brothers Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. Now here are the hosts of the show, Moneyline Mark.
I'm not a smart man.
And Point Spread Shane.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
All right, that was a hard out.
Boy, I tell you what, I'm going to call you Sunnyside, and I'm going to call me, I don't know. I look like a ghost, and you look like you've been tanning in the Bahamas.
I have been to Cabo lately.
Now you're starting to be like Kelly, just
Mostly on the ship.
touring around the world, huh? Got a couple more cruises coming up this week.
Many men in the world want to be like Kelly.
Yeah, like Kelly. I want to be like Kelly. Hee-hee.
Maybe one day we get him on the show and he can explain, like the top 10 things to do on cruises.
We probably can't legally do that.
Top 10.
He usually goes on those swinger cruises.
Telephoto lens. This is an adult program. This is about wagering and all things sports. Welcome, everybody, to the Odds Brothers Podcast.
I know our 10 guests are asking, who the hell's Kelly? Well, we have a couple of them.
We have a couple of them. And they both live in Florida, oddly enough. How about that?
Yeah, I don't think so. Don't worry, that's just a radio bleeding through.
All righty. Let's get to it today. Like and subscribe, if you would, the Odds Brothers page. We're at episode 60. We'd love to have like 100 by 100. I don't think that's shooting the bar too high, is it?
What are we at to right now? 35?
You know, I don't know. I haven't
35.
checked that one after the picks. We probably dropped a few. After they dropped a few dollars.
Well, it depends on how they do it. They could take our picks and go, not listen to these clowns. Let me go just the opposite.
And they could.
Maybe winners.
Remember what you paid for them, folks.
That's right. What's this say today? EVS manager for GameWise. No, that still ain't right. That still ain't
Tune in
right.
every episode. One of these days, we may get his job title correct.
What the flippity flop is that?
All right, today we got some recap of the NBA we picked for you as well. Last, I think it was Thursday's show.
Was it? Or
no, Monday's show.
Monday show.
Yeah,
I forgot who I picked. Was I winners? Because I like Kevin's graphics.
You had a couple won. Utah, I know for sure.
Every one of Kevin's graphics, we're all winners.
Some way, shape, or form. And then we're going to do some XFL picks because, believe it or not, they're just past the half point of their season.
I didn't even know they were still playing.
The sixth week. The USFL is going to start in about 3 weeks. Memphis has a team in that, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any following.
We taking
that league? We are under the request phase, if you will.
All right, let's hope so.
We send in the request to be able to wager on the USFL. But even if somehow we don't get it by then or can't, we can still give you picks.
Because I think you still might be able to bet on it in Tennessee.
Yeah, this is multi-jurisdictional, so
yeah,
this show. We're worldwide.
Yeah.
In 5 states.
Yeah, all 5.
All 5 of them. Ohio, West Virginia, Tennessee, Arkansas, and...
That's it. That's 5.
All right, let's get to it, Kevin. Let's get some recap so we can get our Sweet 16 picks in at the end. Lots of those games tipping off later today.
XFL first.
What the heck?
He said XFL. I can't read that.
Yeah, Seattle Sea Dragons and the Orlando Guardians is what I see.
Oh, okay.
Some teams 0-5. That would be Orlando. Seattle is... go ahead, Kevo. Hop your mic on hot for us.
It is.
It is?
It's just not for you.
I cannot hear it.
I can.
So go ahead and tell us what the line is.
Seattle, 9.5 favorites.
Seattle, 9.5 favorite.
Yikes. And I'm going to guess they're on the road to Orlando in this case. Orlando looks pretty sucky. Just judging by the record. I'll be honest with you, after about week 3.
Let's say Orlando's 0-5.
I know.
My blind ass can read that.
I saw that.
I didn't.
What is Seattle?
Had to squint.
2-3. Right?
3-2?
3.
Seattle is 3-2.
3-2, Kevin says.
Goodness.
Yeah, not 2-3.
This is going well. XFL picks. I would be able to normally see it, but I have to squint because of the bright sun. That's doing nothing but
Can't tell.
make me look tan.
Can't tell.
Let me go That's a lot of points. 9.5. I mean, if it's any somewhat professional football, that leads me to take an Orlando to cover but not win because they haven't won yet. So I'll go that way. Orlando plus 9.5 in their own hizzle, and we'll go from there, Marcellus.
You're taking Orlando to
Plus
get
the points.
Oh, you're on. Here. Sniff this. You got. Might wake up.
Maybe it's a whip over from the first 2 rounds of picks in the NCAA tournament.
It must be. I'm going with the Sea Dragons. I think that's what they're called, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm not going with the team that hasn't won. You gotta be nutty. I'm going Sea Dragons, and I can't even see what that over/under is. But I'm going under.
42.5.
Yeah,
42.5 it says.
42.5.
Yeah. I'm going under. Why?
Right, because you're Underoos. All right. What the hell? Doesn't look like they can score much, so I'll go with you here. St. Louis Battlehawks, I believe it is.
Oh.
Las Vegas Vipers. Vipers are the highest scoring team I know in the league, but it seems like it's translating into a 1-4 record on their end.
Yeah.
And the St. Louis Battlehawks were really good last time you saw the XFL in action, and so I'm going to imagine, what's the point spread, -3? Is that what it is?
That's what it says, yeah.
All right, so I will take that action. I'll take St. Louis -3 on the road. Over/under. Since we're dealing with 2 teams that really can score points, I'll go over that point total.
All right. I'm going to somewhat come with you. I'm going to go St. Louis, of course.
Okay.
Just because they're knocking on our back door. And I'm going to go Underoos.
Maybe we should change you from Moneyline Mark to Underoo Mark.
Yes.
All right. Next, is there another one, Kev? Oh, yeah. San Antonio and Arlington. So it's the Battle of Texas, the Renegades.
What's San Antonio's record?
Can't
Something
tell.
in 4.
1-4,
I would guess.
1-4.
1-4. Okay.
So the point spread here is what, 3 on the Renegade side? Is that what I'm seeing? -3?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I just got enough retinas left to see that. Man. The one thing that's been consistent so far in the XFL, from what I can tell, and just looking by the records it's had to continue, is San Antonio just isn't that good. So go ahead, at home, give me Arlington -3.
Bring it up.
The over-under is what?
32.5.
Ooh, so we're starting to slowly. Remember when a lot of these games were in the mid-30s?
You heard that?
I heard that.
All right.
I'm going to do the Underoo
All right.
this game.
Well, that's a double because I'm doing the exact same bet.
No shizzle.
Yeah.
So you're taking Renegades and under as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, finally, Houston. They're on the road to face the DC Defenders. I see they're doing okay.
Oh, wow.
A lot better than I gave them credit for. Probably the most successful Washington, D.C. team area in history right now. Are they 5-1? Oh, my goodness. And they're only, what is that?
That says 5-0.
Oh, 5-0, sorry.
Yeah.
You're right, 5-0.
Here, hang on a second.
But they're only what?
Try these out.
2.5?
Yes.
Let me check this out. Oh, my God, I can't even see here.
That didn't work?
You definitely need to do
Let me lick them.
that eye vision insurance. Keep on that.
I'm on it.
So what, 2.5, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I hate to even pick anybody from Washington, but I'll take them. That's less than a field goal.
This
so
should be
I'll
a
go
good
ahead.
game.
It should be a good game. I'll take them covering at home by a field goal, basically, or a little more. And the over-under, another one of those low 40s.
Come on.
This one sounds like an overroo to me. Overroo!
Where's the dookie emoji? That's not going to be over. I'm going to go with the Defenders. I'm not really sure home field advantage means anything in the XFL because all 20 people watching, less than our podcast.
Ooh, shots fired at the XFL.
Yeah, but I'm still going Defenders, but I'm going to go Underoos.
Yeah, if anybody from the XFL is watching, we'd still love you to sponsor the show, though.
Yeah, right next to the
not
Cheez-It sign.
Maybe not right after Mark just toasted you. But, all right. And
That's
there's
it.
is there 10 teams or 8 teams?
He said that's it,
I
yeah.
was going to say, that's it for the XFL.
All
How
right.
about that?
That's great. I'm on a winning streak.
Yeah, here's the recapping,
we
which-
can read this.
Whoa. Utah, 128 to 120.
Hey, that's my
Sacramento
head.
is actually favored there. Yeah, you did pick Utah.
And
Ain't no doubt there. The 248 over-under. I don't see the over-under on there, do I?
No. I won.
No.
You win. I know we just gave picks on over-unders, but we don't really use those.
We
as
don't
a lot.
usually track them, so. But I got a face on there.
You got
I got
face
one.
on there. That
I
means
didn't
your
get an
pick is
over.
Right. All right. So Sacramento kind of dropped
What?
one. Now here's the Memphis minus 2.5.
I picked Memphis.
I know.
Why
So-
is my face not there?
Yeah, Kevin.
didn't have
Why is our
Tom,
faces not on there?
Mark.
Because you couldn't put 2 in there.
Correct.
Correct.
What?
We both had Memphis, as you can see in the
Yeah.
screen.
Here, let me scoot a little closer to you. Yeah,
And
there
even
we go.
even as a Mavs fan, I went ahead and bet this game on a different app because can't bet on the home team's app and cash that way too. Thank you,
Nice.
Dallas, for doing what you normally do, which is suck.
Was this the game you watched last night?
Yes. No, that was a Golden State one. All right. Next NBA action there. Golden State 10.5 over Houston.
I win again. I got no head. Yeah,
Well,
I know you have
said-
my head.
You said the Warriors and under, so yeah, you at least covered the 10.5. The under, I'm not sure what it. Oh, there it
that's-
was, 237, right? And a
That's
half?
3.
Yes.
So there you. Well, that was 2 or 128. So yeah, there you go. Now all of a sudden you want the over-unders to count, huh? That's 3.
No.
Hey, we pick over-unders,
What?
but that really
No,
count.
I'm
Oh,
talking
look,
about.
I got 2 here, Paul.
I got the Warriors.
You did?
Warriors won.
Yep.
They covered.
Yep.
Where's my head?
I have no idea.
That's the one I'm talking about.
That would have probably took another hour.
That's 3. Now I'm telling you, we've had 3 picks. My head's been on all 3 of them.
At least I got the under part right.
Yeah, we're not
Under
keeping
roots.
track of that.
Oh, no, we're not. You just tried to give yourself 3.
Well, no, we've done 3 games. I've hit 3.
The Knicks, 7.5-point favorites. I definitely went under because the Knicks don't score, and of course this is the highest scoring one of the night at 274. Yeah, we both went under Ruse there. We both took
Yeah.
Timberwolves, so at least that worked out for us.
But they didn't cover.
They didn't need to because they were getting points.
That's 4. Where's our heads? That's 4. I'm 4 for 4.
This is by
Well,
ways,
now I got
guys.
ahead.
This was Monday. This is Monday's action. And then the Philadelphia 76ers not only did not cover, they just flat out lost to the Bulls 109-105. So that was under. Of course, I took the 76ers on a rolling under, so I got half of that equation. You are not 5 for 5.
Yes, I am. I am 5 for 5.
Not 5 for 5.
I
ahead.
am.
Go ahead, Kevin. What's the next one?
I am.
Oh, maybe not this one.
Maybe not this one. But this is slide 6.
115 to 109 took Charlotte getting points at home. So give me
You got
that
one.
point. Guess what
Nice
you got?
shot.
Now
I'm
you're
5 for
5-1.
6.
Yeah.
That's all right. This is slide 6. I'm keeping
not a
track
lot
of this whole
scoring there.
horse baloney going on here.
I got both sides of the equation, except it didn't go over, so I got one. All right.
I
next
had the
one.
unders.
That's
Is that it for the NBA?
for the review?
Where's the stats on all that malarkey?
I
Yeah.
do not have those updated. I will next time.
What's this?
These are the games we're picking.
Oh,
and
all
tonight,
right.
there's
Well,
4
let's
of
see
them.
if I can go 5 for 5.
There's 4 of them in the NBA here. The Oklahoma City Thunder, still believe it or not, in playoff contention with the Clippers. It's just a mess in the West, if you will. The difference between the 6th seed and the 12th seed is like 3.5 games. Clippers here are 4.5-point favorites at home with a, 232.5 over under. I did not look ahead of time to see if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the all-star point guard, was playing for the Thunder. He does make a lot of difference. Judging just simply off the point spread, no Paul George for Clippers, I think, is factoring into there. He's probably out the rest of the year. And if he does come back, it'll be playoff time. Potentially. So, Mark, initial thoughts there on this game tonight.
I'm going to go with the Oklahoma Thunder.
The Thunder down under, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to go
Getting
Thunder.
4.5.
Give me the 4.5, right?
Yeah, you're getting 4.5.
Okay.
Over under, are you under Ruse?
Absolutely.
Give me the Thunder and the over-roo.
Oh, 232 is kind of low, but I'm still going
Yeah, well, Thunder love to run it up and down the floor, and so do the Clippers. So as long as they're not really shooting bad, it ought to give it a yeoman's chance to go over there.
under. All right.
Yeah, over-roos. So the next game on the list, so yeah, Thunder, and pick your flavor on over-under, folks. Charlotte Hornets, New Orleans Pelicans. Yeah, still no. Zion Williamson. That's a shocker.
Minus 7.5.
7.5. Charlotte is a dumpster fire, and on the road they're even worse. 11 wins is all they've gotten this season. So, I mean, you look at the 224.5, and this smells to me like it would go under, so I'm going to go under Rue.
Okay.
That I do feel good about. New Orleans 7.5-point favorites. They really need to win this game, but
At home.
At home. I guess I'll give up the points. I'll take New Orleans, and I don't feel great about it, and the Underoos.
I'm going same style. We'll go with New Orleans. I think they win.
And shocker, Underoos.
Easily. And, yeah, Underoos.
At what point would you go over Roo?
Well, not yet.
218?
Not yet.
Okay. Next game on the NBA slates for tonight, and the 4-pack that you see is the Cleveland Cavaliers and Brooklyn Nets. Cleveland, 4.5-point favorites here. There's your 218.5. That's a pretty low over-under. Brooklyn just has people that will have a hard time scoring here. Brooklyn's looked a lot different, obviously, when they traded away both Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant here. And it's kind of played out like you thought, other than that weird Celtics comeback and such, where they came back against the Celtics from 25 down. That was the odd. But in this thing, that does not seem to be enough points if you're Cleveland for some odd reason, even if it is Brooklyn. So go ahead and give me Cleveland. I'll give the 4.5 on the road here. And I see a 115 to 100 score, so I guess I have to go Underoos.
All right. I'm going to go Cleveland as well. And this one I'm going over.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's right.
So that was the number, huh? The 218 got the Overroo action going. All right, both got Cleveland, though.
Yes.
All right, I think there's one more game, right, Kevo?
Yep,
Last game of the night coming up will be the Knicks, who just sucked the other night, and the Orlando Magic, who basically sucks.
Knicks are favorites still.
They are, and they probably should be at this stage of the game. They definitely have the more talent here. What's that, 228.5 the over-under, and what's that, 8.5? What is that?
3.5.
3.5.
All right.
Well, you're asking me if the sun's brighter on this side.
Yeah, we're going to have to make some adjustments to this next time we're in. So
You're going to move that monitor closer.
we will. I got to get a longer cord for that one computer so I can get it on this desk. But I've been burned once, but I'll take the over here because the games at Orlando tend to be higher up and down scoring.
Did you pick over on all of them?
No, I did not. I went
right.
Underoos.
Okay.
I went Underoos on the last one, actually, which was the
right.
lowest one.
Wow.
I'll take the Knicks one more time. If they're a playoff team, they should win this game. They should handle it.
Handle it.
They
That's
should
what I
handle
say. I'm going to go Knicks as well, but Underoos.
Underoos. All right. There it is, the Underoos
Yeah.
flash. Gotta love it. All right, there are your NBA picks for tonight. Kind of a light schedule because you got the NCAA Sweet 16 tournament.
It's only 16.
I don't know that they actually planned it that way on the schedule to only have 4 teams playing tonight, but that's how it works out. We're going to forget everything we knew about the brackets that myself, Marshall, Kevin, and no, we won't forget it. We'll recap it and see how we actually did. But
I think
I think pretty much everybody's toast for the most part, other than, you got a handful of teams still in the Sweet 16. A few got a couple of Final Four teams still alive, but me and you, I know for sure our championship guys are out.
Yep. Kevo still got one alive,
Kevin
doesn't he?
still got one, I think.
Yeah.
Right, Kevo?
He fell asleep.
No, I'd have to look.
Okay.
I don't remember.
All right, he's out.
Okay.
So we got the 16 left, Alabama and South Dakota.
Yeah, South Dakota.
How about San Diego State?
Huh.
Creighton and Princeton, Florida Atlantic and Tennessee, Kansas State and Michigan State, Houston and Miami, Xavier and Texas, Arkansas and UConn, and Gonzaga and UCLA. Definitely the Midwest and West regionals have a lot of firepower in there. And on the South and East, you got some teams that you probably didn't expect to be here at this point, and some that should have been are not. So go figure that out.
Okay.
All right?
I'm ready.
All right, Kevo. Let's roll with
What
some
are we
picks
doing here?
tonight. And then we'll just
shit,
go
there's
through
more
it.
shit I can't see.
Michigan State and number 7 Kansas. Well,
Where are we at? Down here.
Kansas
Okay.
State's number 3 seeded, but
Got it.
we
We're
won't
down here.
worry about the seeds here. This is on TBS. It's, 5:30 tonight. So point
right.
spread is what? Michigan State by how much, Kevo?
137.5.
Well,
All right,
what's
that's
point
the
spread?
over-under. Huh?
1.5. Michigan State minus 1.5.
Michigan State minus 1.5?
Yes.
Well, that's easy. I'm going
ahead.
Kansas State. Gang it up. He's having a fit.
I am.
He's having a fit. And
It's dry weather.
that's that one. Whatever he said on the over under.
So
Get all that.
you got the coach in Tom Izzo that knows how to be in the Sweet 16. That's probably why they are favored here. Kansas State by far has the better offense between the two. Michigan State relies a lot on three-point shots. So could that happen? Absolutely. Usually when you get into this case, you go to guard play and coaching, and they split the difference here, in my opinion. So I'll just go with the plain old experience being here. And I'll take Michigan State to advance one more time, minus the 1.5 there. And the over-under, I actually think this squeaks over. I think they'll both have some time scoring. I think this is a mid-140s ending. So I got the over-roo, and we both have Michigan State.
No, I don't. I got Kansas.
You sure?
I'm positive. I have
Telling
Kansas.
you really want Michigan State.
No, I don't.
Okay. Then we split it both
Hey,
ways.
Let me ask you
I
something.
got over.
On those points that are on that little bracket we're doing,
Yeah.
guess who the only person I'm beating?
Me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
I think
sucking-
you want Kansas
I'm
State.
sucking hind tit way less.
You want Kansas State.
Oh, I don't want Kansas State. And they may win. This is going to be a good game. It's probably the best game in this whole bracket, to be honest with you.
Oh, you nuts.
On this side in the east and the
Oh,
south.
okay.
Not the other side. I think all the really good stuff's on the other side of the bracket.
Yes.
All right, next one, Kevo. We're split both ways on that one. Arkansas, woo, Big Suey, and the Yukon Huskies. Yukon minus 4.5 point favorites here. Over-under is what,
Minus
135? Is that what it
139,
is?
yes.
139.
139. Ooh, okay, so that, I was going to say I was definitely going over, so I heard that.
What's that say?
Something about,
When Autumn originally told me what it was, when she looked it up, she actually told me 339 for the over-under.
Oh, okay.
So go over on that, Mark.
all right, Mark, by the way, what do you like here?
I'm going Arkansas. I get points. I'm going Arkansas. I'll take it. I'll take those, what is it, 4.5 points. I'm going to go Arkansas. I think they win this one. They have a really good chance if they can get past the other game in the West. If they get that, oh, they might win the whole dang thing.
For business reasons, I would hope you're right.
Yeah,
So,
all right.
in watching Arkansas this year, they can win. Long story short, I'm going to take Arkansas on the points here, but I actually think UConn squeaks us out. UConn has a little bit of the elixir that beats Arkansas traditionally, which is the boards.
Oh,
UConn's a
elixir.
really, really good rebounding team, which will, one, limit the second chances Arkansas should get, and two, probably get some extra second chance points for UConn that make the difference here. And I think both teams want to go ahead and score some points. So I'm going to go over in the over-under here. I think this game is going to teeter in the 150, 155 range. But the 4.5, I think Houston probably wins somewhere around 2 to 4 points total. I think it's going to come down to a UConn getting that last rebound and getting fouled and scoring a couple extra free throw bonies at the end to do that damage, if you will.
All right. Elixir.
You're just taking Arkansas to flat out win or just to cover?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Just one.
What about the other side? Are you taking Michigan State to win straight out?
Hang on.
Okay.
We're getting through this
Well,
bracket,
I
Tiger.
thought-
We'll get to
okay.
the end.
All right.
I know you're excited.
I am.
All right. That's why they call it madness. We're almost there, Paul.
Yeah.
All right, FAU, Florida Atlantic, and Tennessee. Tennessee, kind of an unlikely story to get this far, so many people thought. 5.5 point favorites here. Over under, what's that, 120,
9.5.
129.
29.5.
Okay.
That's probably about right because Tennessee does just not score a whole bunch of points. As a matter of fact, they've scored 58 in the first round and 65 in the second. FAU, they tend to be the team that scores more, but even at that, it's 66, and then they did score 78 against Farley Dickinson. So I'm going to tamper that down a little bit because Tennessee can lock down on defense. Long story short, going under here. And I actually think Tennessee wins this, but not as comfortable as it sounds. I'm going to say they cover, but I think this game stays under double digits most of the way as far as the lead for Tennessee. But I do think they eke that 5.5 out.
I'm going Tennessee, and I'm going to go Underoos.
All right, so both got Underoos, both got Tennessee.
Heck yeah.
And we'll continue on here in a minute on the brackets. You're filling it out as we go along, right?
I'm putting little initials down by it.
All right, because
you want me to fill it
out the rest of the way based on our
all the
picks.
way out? Oh.
Yeah, Paul.
Okay, well, I didn't do that yet.
You took Kansas State.
I got it.
Okay, I know we had 3 games.
Yep.
You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Gonzaga and UCLA.
This is going to be a good. Now, this is probably the toughest game in the whole bracket.
This, to me, is maybe Texas and Xavier for a little while, but I think this is going to be one of the barn burners of the whole Sweet 16. UCLA is favored here. This game is actually being played in Las Vegas, so you're probably going to have a good amount of fans from both teams there. It's pretty accessible there. By the way, that's the same UConn-Arkansas zone bracket, so they're all playing in Vegas here.
Oh.
UCLA 1.5 here. Over-under is what, 140.5 or is it 145?
45.
Okay, 145.5. Ooh, okay, so that's about right. That's a good line on the over-under, I think. I am going to go ahead and go with some experience here and go Gonzaga gets the win. I'll take the 1.5 anyway, but I think they win outright. And then as far as the over-under goes, this is probably barely over. I'm going to go barely over. Because at the end of the day, they both have a lot of good shooters. They both like to run a lot of good motion offense. I think they can score that number. So barely over in Gonzaga.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm definitely going out the polar opposite. I'm going UCLA. Strong contenders to win the whole thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to go, of course, under.
All right. Giving you an idea, Gonzaga scored 82 and 84 so far in this tournament. UCLA has scored 86. That was against UNC Asheville. They came down to earth a little bit against Northwestern, beat them 68-63, but Northwestern loves to bleed clock. So that was just a slow-paced game. So that's why I felt like this one was definitely going to go over.
Yeah.
All right, next game on the old Batty Kevin. Alabama, Roll Tide, against San Diego State.
San Diego.
Sangria. Alabama's favored by what?
Sangria.
Because it's behind the line there that we see.
Alabama's minus 8.5. Over under 137.5.
137.5, and what was the line, Mark?
8.5.
Oh, my goodness, 8.5.
I know.
Woo. Alabama to San Diego State. This is actually where Parlay Preston, if you remember him, picked San Diego State to do the upset here. San Diego State has got enough. They want to run with the ball, so to me, the pace of the game that Alabama wants to run is fine with San Diego State. The end of the day, man, that's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points.
But Alabama so far won by 21 against Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and then they beat Maryland by 22. So they have been throttling some folks here. And I guess I'll go one more time. I'll be the big dumb animal. I didn't like it, but at least it's not double digits. So give me Alabama.
To cover?
To cover that 8.5. And the over-under of 137.5. San Diego State, I think, can score a few more points than that. But barely over. I think this is 140 to 143 on the net.
Well, I'm going to go, I think Alabama wins, but they don't cover, so I'm going San Diego State to cover. And then I'm going to go under. Underoos.
All right, keep in mind, you're right in Alabama in your bracket, by the way.
I got it.
Okay, I'm just making sure you weren't going off just what we thought on point spreads.
Oh yeah, no, I was going money line on
All
this.
right, good deal. Miami of Florida against the number one ranked Houston, not Rockets, Cougars. Houston's favored 7.5 here. Over under is 137.5. It looks like so. Houston scored 63 against Northern Kentucky, 81 against Auburn. Auburn missed a lot of shots though in that game if you watched it. And Miami, on the meantime, they turned around and beat Drake in a hard contest, 63-56, and then they throttled Indiana 85-69. So Miami typically does not score in the same stratosphere as Houston when they're at their best, but Houston here lately isn't a real fast-paced team. They can hit a lot of threes. They got great guards. Usually guard play does win this, but I think I'm going to go Houston wins it but does not cover. So give me Miami in the 7.5, and I'll go ahead and roll Houston on to the next round. And the over-under? I actually think this probably does barely go under Rue.
There you go.
Under Rue.
So we agree on this one 100%. So I'm going Houston. I think they win but don't cover.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'm moving them on through the bracket, of course. And I definitely think it goes under.
All right, this is being played in Kansas City, by the way. Bracket for anybody around there. It shouldn't be anybody's local teams. Princeton, kind of the darling in the group. Creighton, which a lot of people had a lot of high hopes for at the early part of the season. They stumbled a little bit and came down. Now, 9.5-point favorites for Creighton here. Over-under, is that 138.5, I see?
Yes.
Wow. That one's the over-under seems pretty good. So Princeton's rolled up 59 and 78 so far this tournament. Creighton's been 72 and 85. Princeton will slow it down, which makes me wonder, like, that line actually looks pretty good, but Princeton really wants to run offense for about 20, 25 seconds of a shot clock unless they just got flat-out fast break going, wide-open opportunity to score. Creighton, on the other hand, has 5 guys. All could score double figures every game. Their average, no fries.
Oh.
No fries, but they do have 5 guys. Only Kelly has the fries.
Oh, he's got something.
So in this game, man, that's a lot of points, though, for a team that likes to keep it close. I'll do this. Creighton wins but does not cover. I think Princeton's run's finally done. Just there's too many shooters on Creighton today. This game's being held in Louisville, by the way. And for the over-under, I'm going to cheat under Rue.
Yeah, so for the over-under, I think it's going to be about 125 points. I'm definitely going under.
So you think it's in the 60s, basically?
Yeah, maybe one would be at 60, one would be at 65.
Okay, yeah. No, that adds up to your total.
That would be
Good
Princeton, because I think Princeton wins it. So I'm moving Princeton on.
Oh!
Creighton is do what they normally do.
The Mark
Wishing.
Especial upset of the week.
Yeah, sorry, Mike.
Ask Mike, Jason, everybody that is a Creighton alum.
Yeah, sorry.
You just happen to be in Nebraska.
I'm not
you know how Mark craps on stuff in Nebraska?
I'm definitely not a Creighton hater, that's for sure.
All right.
Cornhusker's different.
Yeah.
Creighton, I think they get so far like they usually do, and then you're like, oh, they can beat them, and then they just make mistakes, and this is it.
Yep.
I mean, I'd love to see Creighton go on. Don't get me wrong, but
this should be a good game as well. Xavier and Texas. Texas 4.5-point favorites here. This is in the Kansas City part of the bracket, Midwest Regional. Over-under is being covered a little, Kevin.
148.5.
It's 148.5?
Yes.
Wow, that is 148.5. So, Texas, 81 and 71, and so far Xavier has scored 72 and 84. So if you average that out, you're basically a 75 to 75 kind of game here, and that would go over.
What is it? I thought you said 189.
No, it's 148.5. I thought you said.
Yes, 148.5.
Okay, my bad.
4.5 though. Let's take the first part of this equation.
'Kay.
Texas, probably the 3 best guards as a trio of the teams left. Xavier does not have good guard play. All their strength comes from the inside. Usually guard play wins here. So, but will they win by 4.5? I'm going to move Texas on, even though I really like Xavier. I think they're a better team, but I think Texas wears them down with the 3 guards. So I'll say Texas. I'll take them to cover. I think they win probably by somewhere about 6 or 7 points when it's all said and done. Some garbage free throws to pad at the end when Xavier's fouling. And the over-under. I mean, Xavier's going to have to find a way to score. So I'll go over, but barely. It's probably not a trendy pick, but I think they're both going to score a bunch, like 75 apiece minimum.
You know what I love about all this?
What?
Is that you keep picking the other side, so I got great hope for this. I'm going the Xavier to straight up win, but I will go over on this game, so I am going to go over. But I'm going. You all right?
My God, did I hear that right, Kevin? Is that
Yes, you did.
Overrule?
Overrule.
By Markaroo?
But I'm going Xavier.
Okay.
They win it.
And I can see a scenario. Like I said, these are good games. There's only really 2 teams I feel absolutely certain about winning tonight, and that's really rare.
Who's the two teams?
Alabama, I feel, is going to win for sure, and I think Creighton's going to win for sure.
Oh, okay.
Out of that, I should say 3.
Oh, well.
I think Tennessee beats FAU. I think they got too much talent for FAU at this stage. Florida Atlantic,
shoot.
but I mean, it's not that big of a disparity. If FAU can score, Tennessee is in trouble if they get down. They just do not have the kind of team that can score in bunches. So that's why I didn't include them at first. But
yeah.
I really think Creighton and Alabama win tonight. All right. Should have what? No more. That should be them all, right, Kev?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me who you got in the South. I got Alabama versus Creighton. You got probably who do you have in that one? You got San Diego State, don't you?
What's wrong with you? I've got Alabama and Princeton.
What's wrong with you? Alabama and Princeton. All right. Who do you got advancing there?
Between those two?
Yep.
Alabama.
You got Alabama.
Roll Tide. I can't get as hick as you.
I think Creighton actually beats Alabama here. I got Creighton going to the Final Four.
Oh, my gosh. Someone want to wake this guy up.
They've got the balance that Alabama's had trouble with in the games that they've had trouble on this year, is when they don't have one or two guys to try to concentrate defensively on. So give me Creighton in that one. Now in the East, I got Tennessee and Michigan State. I
got Tennessee and Kansas State.
All right. And you, out of that battle, you got who advancing?
Kansas State.
I think this is the kind of knockdown battle that when Tennessee says they like to drag you in the mud, I think Michigan State can do that.
Oh, my gosh. You got Michigan State going past Tennessee?
I think, though, the outside shooting finally gets shut down by Tennessee. I think Tennessee squeaks that one by, and I don't feel great about it. So I got Tennessee and Creighton on that side of the Final Four now.
Okay.
On the other side, in the Midwest region, Houston and Texas are my two advancers.
I've got Houston and Xavier.
And then in that matchup, since I like Texas more, I'm going to take Texas. I think they're the more rounded team that can score when needed with the three-guard set up there. Mark, what do you got?
Wow, I hope your bracket gets popped again right there, because I've got... Huh?
You're going to go Xavier again?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I got Xavier advancing. Don't worry, they don't win after that.
Okay. And then in the West, in Vegas, I know you got the Woo Pig Sueys against UCLA, I think, right?
Yes.
So we're completely opposite, because I got UConn and Gonzaga. One of us will be insured to have some part of that going in.
Who's going to win?
I think this is where Gonzaga goes again. I think Gonzaga gets UConn.
Puff the Magic Dragon. I'm going UCLA, so...
Okay, so in either way, Arkansas or UConn don't make it.
Right.
Past that. All right. So in the Final Four, Creighton and Tennessee, and Texas and Gonzaga. So in my mind, this one would be one of those that you would never believe when you started the brackets.
We are completely different on the Final Four.
I know. That's what I'm saying in mine. Creighton, Tennessee on one side, Texas and Gonzaga on the other. You got Xavier, UCLA on one side, and then you have Alabama and Kansas State on the other side. So, yeah, completely different Final Fours, which lets you know how weird this year's been, right? Because we had a lot of the same picks going on early. I mean, we had a couple of different, first-round upsets that didn't materialize, but we thought some of the beefier teams would make it through, a.k.a. Marquette, a.k.a. Purdue. Purdue would make it more than one round. Yeah. Kansas, which was champion in my mind.
Yeah.
So at this stage, with what's left, I'm going Creighton versus Texas in the championship game.
Oh, yeah, I didn't fill it all the way out
Houston.
there. All right, so I'm going on the championship game.
Yeah.
I'm going Alabama and UCLA.
And then at this point, Texas is my champion. I think they have too much for Creighton at that point in time.
Now I see where it went.
And this Final Four and final game, if you will, championship game is being played in Houston, so it'll be a heavy home court advantage if this all pans out for Texas anyway. I think that'll be too much for Creighton.
How much money did you give them to say Texas? Don't you have Texas as your team there, Kevin?
No, I actually had Purdue and Kansas, and Purdue got eliminated. So.
Who's Texas then? Who's got Texas in our little thing? Is it
that was
Marshall?
I believe Marshall,
I'd have to go back and look.
Oh, that's it. So you're hugging up on Marshall to get that. I see. I finally put the clicks together. Not me. I'm going Alabama wins it all between Alabama and UCLA in championship game. Alabama wins.
I could see it, I suppose, but I don't hope for many reasons. One, I think kind of the way they played that whole, somebody died down there and gun happened to be in dude's car and didn't know it was going to be used and all that stuff. I mean, I believe in karma. I think hopefully karma catches up with Alabama there. And that does not happen. More or less the Roll Tide folks coming out of the woodwork.
Oh, man, that'd be
for
great.
something more than football.
That'd be great. Say it again.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. In the meantime, Kevin, take my computer screen. For those that are wagering on the Bentley, Arkansas app, we got something special for you on the Woo Pig Suey Land.
I can't read it.
So Arkansas to win on the money line has been boosted. It was plus 155. You now get plus 255. So 2.5 times your, or not quite 2.5, 2.05 times your money, basically.
That's right. So what this is like you said, exclusively on the Bentley app in Arkansas only.
Yep.
Not Tennessee, not Ohio, not West Virginia. Right here in Arkansas. You're basically going to get plus 100 on your odds on the Arkansas game.
Yep. You're going to get a boost. So it's a maximum $50 allowable wager. So you go ahead and throw your 50 on there, and we just threw an example. That your 50 would turn into 177.50. Now, had that not happened, and you just got the regular 155 odds, that would be obviously a whole lot less.
Yeah, almost half. So
almost half. Yep.
You wouldn't want to make that bet, would you? Because you don't have them advancing.
I do not have them advancing. I have them covering on UConn because UConn.
This is Moneyline, though.
No, I know. So I probably would not take advantage of this on myself.
This is a.
But I will say this: there's a lot of Arkansas fans that come in and plan on playing this, and if you have the app versus our retail location, you might as well take advantage of it on the app because this boost is not available at the retail location.
That's right. It's the Markansas boost.
Yep. And I was going to say Markansas.
You can thank those guys down there in Miami for coming up with that.
If you go to the Bentley, Arkansas page, you'll see other things based in Arkansas land. Like you can see what they call the Hogfathers, which is a player prop that has Council, Davis, that both have 15 points each, has been boosted up a little bit from 370 to 400 on that line.
And then he's got to figure out how to work the computer. There he goes.
The other two odd boosts that it has to do that is there's a Sweet 16 special that has UCLA, Michigan State, and Tennessee all winning on the money line. So no point spread involved. That got boosted a little bit from plus 325 to 355. And then last but not least, the bounce back Hogs. So you got a team total and a player prop parlay combined. So they're hoping for Smith Jr. at 13.5 or more points, so basically 14 points or more. Black at 4.5 assists or more, and then there's a team total in that.
Go on up to the tournaments. Let's talk about those tournaments for promotions up there when you're done with that.
And then the team has to score 68.5 or more points tonight. That's the whole team. So you got a point total, an assist over-under, and a team over-under. And if you do that, once again, you can bet $50 on it, but you can see just a simple $10 bet at plus 760 can get you $86 back. Over 8-1 on your money. It's pretty good.
Keep in mind that generally there's always 4 of these put up every day. So it's not always the same, obviously, but there's always 4.
Where, you want to go to tournaments?
Yeah, let's go to tournaments. Check this out because this is still going on. You can still get into the 25K tournament. I think it's down there. Is that what that says right there? Yeah.
Yeah, so register.
Register.
30 winners.
Yep, so you can get your portion of that $25,000 in cash. It's not free bets. And it's based on longest odds, so it's not based on points. It's based on longest odds. So I believe somebody hit for 15,000, or I'm sorry, not 15,000, plus 3,000, I think is what it was. 3,300. Right there. That's a leaderboard. Yeah. There's your leaderboard.
So these guys so far, you see the point totals and the corresponding amounts of money. So that's actual cash.
So, so the points aren't accumulative, though. That's just the odds, the biggest odds they hit. So, if you hit 6 games at plus 500, well, your longest odds were plus 500. So,
I gotcha.
If you happen to pick one out, because I don't remember what the conversion is on that, but on the leader, but I think it was 3,000 or 3,300 plus 3,300. Might have been a little bit more. But if you go out there and hit one for plus 15,000, it might have even been more than that. Heck, I don't know. I don't remember. What you looking at there?
This is showing you how they calculated the longest odds or whatever for how many points you get.
Yep.
So that gives you an idea how the tournament worked. Is it too late to get into it, I would imagine?
No, it's
yet?
not too late. No, it goes all the way through March Madness, so still have an opportunity to get in and get it. Get it. Because it just takes one win. It doesn't take like you have to be in it from the very beginning. A lot of folks get that because it's March Madness. I think, well, it started, you don't get that, so.
So you're looking down the line. I mean, even guys that have got 27, and a half points or whatever are cashing at 450 right now. So
yeah.
That's not too bad, and it's free to enter?
It's free to enter, and it's cash. I mean, it's not free bet. So,
okay, well, that's awesome. Now, you have to have a Betly account, I would take it,
yeah,
right?
you got to have a Betly account. You got to make a bet.
All right.
It doesn't matter what the dollar amount is. It's the longest odds. So.
Okay. So if you make bets on here, you're automatically enrolled, or do you have to enroll in it?
No, you have to enroll in it.
Okay, so you got to do both ends of the equation.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, you got to enroll into the tournament, but I mean, it's free. I'm shocked there's not a ton more people playing because I know Arkansas has a ton of folks. So just Arkansas.
So just to get you an idea, we still have college baseball you can bet on there, and then we still have the $250 risk-free first bet in Tennessee and Arkansas for the Betly app. Terms and conditions apply. We urge you to read the full disclosure on that. But long story short, sign up for an account. Your first bet from $10 up to $250. If it does not win, you get a free bet in that amount back in your account.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. What would be great is they could change that to take Nick's money.
It would be great. Maybe you can suggest that on the next.
I have
7:30 tomorrow.
They don't care about Nick's money.
All right. So there you go, guys. Kevin, bring it back to us. Will you be good to go? I want to urge everybody to like and subscribe to the podcast, if you will.
Try and ring that bell for notifications.
That's right. So because we did a show today, tomorrow we're going to let the Sweet 16 pan out, and we'll be back with you Monday to let you know how all that mess went.
Winner.
And then, of course, we're down to, at that point, after this weekend, we'll be down to the Final Four, and those games are the following Saturday, and then Monday will be the championship game. So we'll be able to go back to our Friday schedule at that point as well.
Hey, you know what's happened here at retail?
What's happening?
The Betly Sports Bar and Grill has changed their menu.
Oh, yeah. We're about to partake in some of that, hopefully. That's right. Quesadilla, whole new menu. Keep in mind, for those that come to the retail location here in West Memphis at Southland Casino and Hotel, you'll be seeing a lot of changes coming up rapidly. A brand new multi-purpose teller line, sports betting line, that will also take simulcast race wagers. We got a brand new video wall going up as well, so we'll have folks that want to wager on sports and on racing that don't want to be inside the restaurant to do it, can do it outside the restaurant and still have access to tellers, cashing machines, all that stuff. And then
more tellers mean less lines for football season.
It should get your bets in a lot quicker as well. And then we'll have some expanded hours and all that mess coming in. So as soon as we get closer to that, it looks like we're still probably about 6 to 7 weeks away from the whole thing opening up. We'll definitely not only show you during the show, we'll get you some pictures and some ideas, but we might even do a show right in front of it, because
that's what I was saying.
We'll probably have to move the stage again one more time.
Well, what you think?
April. Yeah,
just one.
Sure. I heard.
Well, probably many. We got to find a new home.
At least one more time next month. Yeah. So there we go.
We might be homeless.
Please help and subscribe and like our show.
We might be homeless soon.
We wouldn't last long on the streets.
No.
All right.
I'm delicate.
You got anything else on your agenda you want to spitball out?
No, I got nothing.
All right, let's get the hell out of here, Kevo.
Thank you for listening to the Odds Brothers podcast.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Presented by the Betly Sportsbook. Place your sports bets here from inside Southland Casino or from anywhere in Arkansas at southland.betly.com.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Be sure to follow the Odds Brothers podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. Keep in mind, in Arkansas, you must be 21 or older and located in Arkansas to bet. Please play responsibly. For help quitting, call 1-800-522-4700.